passed the Navigation Act stating that colonists can only trade with England, examples being necessary goods like tea. In 1754, the French and Indian alliance went to war with the British colonists. As a result, Britain gained more land east of the Mississippi River and Spaniard Florida. After the war, King George of England passed a proclamation of 1763. This was prohibiting colonist settlements west of the Appalachian Mountains. The colonists settling west could ignite another war. In 1764, Parliament passed the Sugar Act. The reason for them passing this act was to raise money for the cost of the war and to rebuild their colonies. In 1765, the Stamp Act was passed. It was taxing paper goods. Colonists were upset because it was the first time Parliament tried taxing them directly with no colonial representation. Parliament repealed the Stamp Act because they were mad that the colonists challenged their power, this causing Parliament to pass the Declaratory Act, claiming that Parliament can pass laws for the colonies any time or situation whatsoever. Shortly after the Stamp Act repeal, Parliament passed the Townshend Act, putting taxes on paint, glass, and tea. One result of this act was that government officials sent tax collectors to search smuggled goods. Many colonists were upset because of the taxes Parliament was putting on them. In 1770, a British guard shot into a crowd of colonists, killing 5 people. This was to be known as the Boston Massacre. To reduce tension between the colonists and Parliament repealed the Townshend Act. They were repealed almost all the acts except for the tax on tea. In 1773, the Tea Act was passed, claiming the British East India Company would sell directly to the colonists, providing Britain with more tax money than the colonists paid. In 1773, a group of British colonists dressed up as Native Americans jumped onto a ship filled with tea and dumped the crates into Boston Harbor. They committed this Boston Tea Party because they were tired of the tax Parliament was putting on tea. After the Boston Tea Party, Parliament passed an act called the Covers Act. The colonists called the acts the Intolerable